What is up, and welcome to the All Basketball Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Maurice Dixon, coming to you on the 11th of September, not infamously known as 9/11. Wow, 20 years ago since those planes struck the Twin Towers in New York City and the Pentagon in DC, and that plane went down in Philadelphia. Seems just like yesterday to me. I knew where I was, but special episode today. We got another edition of One on One. We're gonna be running it back with the homeboy Chris Brown, who's a international basketball player over in Spain. Chris, good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm good, Maurice, man. How about yourself, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. No complaints. I know
Good, good.
you're much younger than me, but 20 years ago this day, I'm pretty sure you remember where you were and what was going on. Take me through how that day went for you.
Most definitely, man. And before I even get into that, man, thanks for having me on here, man. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. But I remember I'm not sure what grade, second or third, I believe, and I was in Lava, Florida in class, and they stopped everything, and they cut on the little box TV and showed what was going on. And I'm young at the time, I didn't really understand, but people were crying. I was like, I didn't know, but it's definitely unfortunate situation, man. For real sad.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, I'll never forget. Crazy thing was I was a junior.
Hmm.
It was my senior year of college, and my best friend Mark, we were in an apartment in
Hmm.
Greensboro. He left, went to work, so obviously he left before anything happened. I got up. I'm thinking it's a nice day. Get myself ready. Don't turn on the TV because I have a TV in the room. I just get ready and usually leave that way.
Right.
Drive all the way to school campus, playing a CD, so no radio. I get out there, it's sunny, but I'm just looking around, I'm like, man, something seemed off, something not right. Then I went somewhere, I'm like, yo, what is that plane doing going towards Twin Towers? And my whole day just flipped, man. Like it was just, I was just like in a mental state, like, Lord, what is going on? Like just thinking,
Right.
everybody thinking, are they going to attack here? What's going on? It was just an uneasy time, man. But
Wow.
I just remember saying to myself, I can't wait till like a year from now. I got to get out of this
Hmm.
mind state, this feeling. I can't wait to be looking back on this. And now, wow, 20 years later,
Sheesh.
so show you how time flies. But we're gonna obviously stick to basketball. So
So
Chris, when is just looking forward a little bit, when is the season starting? What are you doing to prepare and everything?
okay, that's a good question, man. So actually, the Spain season starts around November. But I'm in a different type of situation, man. Reached out to my coach, and he's allowing me to come a little bit later. I was just blunt with him. I was honest. And I'm not in shape at the moment. I'm not in playing shape at all. Just due to series of events and not, I guess, being mentally equipped to deal with it properly. But yeah, I'll be leaving in January. And I actually start Monday training. I found a new trainer. I'm putting my full trust in him. I mean, he's gonna take care of me. And get me. He's gonna prepare me to go over there and do damage.
Okay, cool. And you'll be playing with the same team, which is
Same, yes, the Jerez team. Jerez team called Jerez ever in Spain, Jerez, Spain. And I was actually speaking to a few teams in Barcelona, a team or two in Mexico. Nothing necessarily. I just felt like this is where I should be because they understand the situation. I don't have to rush to be ready. I'm already known over there, and the president of the club, he actually, he's very. Excuse me one second. He's very understanding, and he definitely met me where I was.
okay. You so do you sign a like a contract like the NBA, anything like that?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat your question? The
Oh
phone.
yeah, some no problem. Did you sign contracts over there like people do in the NBA here or any other league?
Well, I wouldn't say an NBA contract, but I definitely signed a contract before I left. Just stating everything that I need to know, things that they expect of me to, the whole rundown. And I will be signing another contract before I go this time here.
Okay.
Mhm.
What some goals you have or things you are trying to improve on as the new season approaches?
Now that's a good question. So I would say improvements. Last season I got to the line a lot. Most of my baskets came from the free throw line. Um, I consider myself a great shooter. However, I believe in the position that I was in for that team specifically, I didn't shoot as much because I believe they needed me they needed me attacking a lot more versus shooting. However, I believe that also took away from my game, took away from what I could offer. So I'm gonna shoot a lot more. Although the coach gave me the green light, but me being a leader, I felt, okay, this is what I really need to be doing versus this over here. Not saying I neglected this, but I definitely didn't focus on it as I usually would. So I would say I'm shooting a lot more. I am shooting a lot more. You know what I mean? I would say that's a great question, but definitely shooting more. I'm equipped now to deal with the mental challenges that come with basketball. So I'm super excited about that, man. I feel like I feel more free, more confident, and that's definitely going to translate to the game. Uh, I was viewed on my team. I was the captain. I was, the team. They uplifted me a lot. They appreciated me, but I want to even improve in just my leadership skills. How I uplift my shooters, how I uplift the guys that may not play as much. How I speak to them, how I correct them. It can't always be gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Sometimes they need that gentle approach. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
But it's just understanding them personally, meeting them where they are. Uh, but yeah, as of right now, man, those are definitely my goals. I would say average 22 and 10 last season. Um, this season will be a lot different because there were a lot of games canceled and postponed due to COVID last season. And this season I'm pretty sure it's going to be taken off. So my goal, like seriously, my goal is to average at least 35, at least 35. You
Wow.
know, yeah. I'm coming with a different everything. Like I'm not even. It's. I'm here. I'm present.
Mhm.
Let's do it. You know,
When you say 10, do you mean 10 assists or 10 rebounds?
10 rebounds. I think I average
Okay.
like 4 assists, 3 assists.
Okay.
Like 10.
So you more off the ball?
I'm more, yeah, I would say that. But the ball ran through me. If I saw this something better over here, that's where I'm going. If I know I need to attack, I need to take over, that's what I'm doing. I got a lot of offensive rebounds, obviously defensive rebounds. You know what I mean? So that's how it was.
Okay.
Hmm.
What about team success? How'd you guys do in the standings, playoffs?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I think I left before the actual playoffs, but I helped the team get in a position, and actually this season they went up a league. You know what I mean? Um, I wouldn't say it was all me. I also had a guy named Anthony Young from Florida. That's my guy. What's up, Anthony? And he put on. He put on for Florida. Two Florida boys with some Spaniards. We had them boys out there like, vamos, vamos. Hey, we had those boys out there ready. Shout out to Kayo, Ricky, Leandro, Rafa, everybody. Easton, what's going on? Miguel, how y'all doing? But yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. And you said they moved up a level. What does
Mhm.
that mean as far as how compare that to how it is like over here? Is it like going from
I would say it's like going from, so I wasn't in the top league, which I was definitely humble about, you know what I mean? Because my time is coming. But I would say it's like going from, I don't know how to compare. I guess like varsity to college, or I don't know, put it that way, you know what I mean? Just it's really just another level up. The competition could be the same. It could be a lot more intense. I'm not sure at the moment. Um, But even at the level they were at previously, it was competitive. It was intense because like in Spain they play as a team. You really
Mhm.
get one on one. You get screen, back screen, roll, pop, pick. It's team ball. You know what I mean? And so I believe the higher you go up, it's just going to get more intense. So I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. And shoot, my goal is to help them, rate go another league. Hopefully we can do that.
Definitely. How was the league? How was the league different from the league you played in Mexico?
In Mexico, so although when I played in Mexico it was more like a tour type of situation, it was Mexico was competitive, but they let us get physical over there. You know what I mean? But in Spain, so it's a lot, man. Cause those Spaniard refs, it depends. It depends. So I'm going up to them before the game. Hola, hola, hola. Oh, Nico. So, I don't know, just trying to some compliment. And they let us play. At times they let us fight, not physical, but they let us get down. And so I would say the difference in Mexico, it was like because it was such a tour type situation, there was a lot of one-on-one. There was a lot of overly aggressive basketball. You know what I mean? Like too aggressive. Not even basketball at this point. But in Spain, it was aggressive. They let us play. Um, yeah, I guess that's what I would say about that. That's how I kind of differentiated, I guess. It's more professional in Spain, I would say.
Okay. What's the name of the team in Spain again?
It's Jerez.
Perez. Okay, that's right. With
Yes,
the
sir.
J,
Jay.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I remember seeing that jersey.
Yeah.
I need to get one. Stop tripping.
Most, hey,
Get
most
one.
definitely. Like when I get back, man. And again, that's where I believe I'm going. I can go there if I desire. But who knows? Something else may come up. Had a couple guys working on my behalf. My agent's been working pretty hard, so I appreciate him. But who knows, man? So as of right now, I'm thinking more Perez, but maybe in Barcelona.
Mhm.
May end up in Madrid. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dream big, aim high. One game last season that I guess when you look at the stat sheet or just remember being in it that you were just like, wow, that was me.
Yeah. So I would say, honestly, I don't even remember the name of the team we played. It was actually around right before January. It was in December because my wife, she actually came to visit. She was there for quite some time. And we played this team, and it was in a cold gym. It was cold in there, man. We're warming up. The the scoreboard looks a little off. I'm like, man, where are we right now? You know what I mean? But that game, I feel like I put the team on my back. I had like I want to say 33 and maybe 11. I was pushing the ball down the court, power dribble, pull up three, smack. Yeah, back on defense. Let's go. I gave everything to that game. We took a L, and I shed a couple tears, man. It just came out because I needed that win. I don't know. I just wanted to win so bad. But after that, I was like, all right, I know what we need to do. Went back to practice. We worked on it. The team trusted me, most of the team, and kind of went from there.
Oh, okay. How did they adjust to COVID? Was it just mask all the time? Was it like a bubble thing like the NBA did, or
Mhm.
fans come back in slowly?
So fans, it was a couple games. Fans, they weren't allowed. They weren't allowed. But as far as players, we had to wear a mask at all times. Had to get the COVID test before every game. We had to get a temperature check before every practice. If we felt any way, obviously report it. We couldn't really hang out. It was the crib practice, the crib game, the crib store if you need to, back at the house. So that was difficult. Uh, I hung out a couple times, just throwing it out there, but it was just tough, man. Having to be basically at the always in the house.
Mhm.
That was tough. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely was a tough time. And unfortunately, this variants come out, but I mean, thankfully there's a vaccine that seems to be working, but
Hmm.
people are just out and about now. I mean, I still try
Right.
to uh keep the mask on when I should even,
Right. Right.
but I'm just hoping this thing slows down again. You you gave us some of the highlights, so people know playing basketball, playing sports, so wherever travel, getting to see a country beyond the United States, there are definitely a lot of positives and positive things,
Right.
but there are some and pros, but there can be some cons to doing what you do. What are some of those things?
Sheesh. Um, yeah, man. So I would say some cons to just being an athlete in general, or being, I'm gonna speak on being overseas. You experience loneliness in a different way. You know what I mean? Um, it's lonely. You know, you're away from family. You're over here pursuing a dream that most people, a lot of people in the world, they're not taking that step. So the road in itself is already lonely. And you know, that's what I would encourage you to be surrounded by people who are pursuing a dream so big as well, because you guys understand one another. And also, man, for me personally, I was experiencing just some, I don't know, bro. I guess I use the word depression, you know, just unknowingly, you know, and for me, I wasn't equipped on how to deal with it because I always viewed myself as mentally or emotionally aware, but it just hit me. And I found myself just laying in a room like 3, 4 days straight, just eating junk food, just eating, bro. That was my way of escape. And that's been something I battled in the past for real, for real. Even more so recently, you know, but I've been seeking help, just getting a hold of it, and I'm more present now. I know how to move different, so that's why I'm excited about starting Monday. Get this get this off season weight off of me, man, and just get back in my best shape and feel like myself again. But I would say, yeah, definitely the loneliness, man, and in some cases depression, and so you just want to be back home. It's like, man, I want to be around people that know me, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, quite sounds like quite a sacrifice. Because it's always, did you bond with some of the guys from the team? Because I'm pretty sure some guys from are American as well, or
right,
did
right.
y'all kind of bond, or was that not present or not possible?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. So we definitely bonded. Me and my guy Ant, we bonded a lot, man. We hung out a lot. But there was a time where he ended up going to visit and couldn't even get back in the over in Spain, man. So it was just like, dang, I'm by myself again. I was by myself in the beginning, and then after that, but I was some guys from another team that I was super cool with, you know. But even in that, man, it was still like everybody's on a mission, if that makes sense. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's kind of like we're on the same mission but a different mission, you know, because we're I don't know, we're doing it our way, but we all want to make it in basketball, you know. So even with people around me, it was just lonely, you know what I mean? Because I can't explain it, you know. It's hard to explain. Maybe I wasn't vocal enough about where I was emotionally. Maybe I had fear they wouldn't understand. I don't know, you know. That's just kind of how that went for me.
Do you think the language barrier and culture had anything to do with it?
Uh, So the guys I'm referring to, they spoke English. But in terms of like the guys who were from Spain, yeah, definitely. I didn't. I wasn't. I wasn't even. I didn't even think to mention anything because what are they gonna say? Oh, you got this, bro. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I felt like only thing I needed professional help, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. That's what I yeah. So I began to journal a lot, read a lot, pray more, just be more present, aware of myself and surroundings and situations, et cetera, and just do my own little research on what I could do until I can seek professional help. And that's what I began to do.
Okay, that's good that you doing like attend like online services or anything with your church or some church.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was able to do that once or twice, you know. I was able to even connect with some guys back home, some guys that I trust spiritually to kind of speak to me and brothers in the faith, brothers in Christ, you feel me? So that helped out a lot, you know, but at the same time, they still have their own life and they're not
Mhm.
always accessible or, you know, if that's the word to use.
Okay, yeah, people. I guess the main thing you just have to want to be able to count the cost, as they say, or see everything both sides. Because I guess when first thing come to my mind, I think about going overseas. I'm like, man, I'm a long way from my people. it don't.
Yep.
It always comes to mind. But say like, say if I moved, I'm thinking like, yeah, I probably want to go out west, maybe like LA. It's nice. And I'm like,
Mhm.
dang, well, I'm gonna be a long way from home. Yeah, it's closer, but uh I'll always, I guess, try to be somewhere within driving distance.
Right, right,
So Atlanta's not bad. North Carolina. If I need to go to Maryland, I can hop a flight. It's an hour and a half, thankfully.
right.
Uh, but yeah, it's just definitely something you have to count the total cost of, but also they say what won't kill you make you stronger because now you built
Yes,
up that
sir.
muscle, so to speak, where you can go back and know how to handle it if it comes on you, or you can even testify or speak to someone else and be like, yeah, I made it, man. You can make it just, and then you just obviously don't want to be alone because no man's an island. Nobody should be alone, definitely, because that's when those attacks usually come in the most, unfortunately. But when you're linked up with somebody and as much as possible, then that helps a lot.
Hmm. Most definitely, man. I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
So when you did you feel like that affected you on the court, or
Oh
it
yeah.
did okay.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, I had fun. I went hard, but man, there were times in practice where I'm just like, I'm ready to go, bro. And I hate that. I don't want to feel like I'm ready to go. I'm here for this. This is what I'm here for. So, man, it was times I'm just like, every day, it was like, should I go back home? Should I go back home? You know, I was just every day, every day, every day, every day. And on the court, it was just, I guess that's why I released emotions. And sometimes it came out in an unhealthy way. You know what I mean? Yelling at my teammates for, we would run a play 3 times in a row and it'll work. Somebody may get subbed and they'll come in and do something completely different. And I'll just outburst yelling at them, which is not great leadership, which is not, you know, I'm destroying the trust that's built, or I'm destroying the bond, I guess you could say, the synergy, if that's the word, by not being aware of where I am off the court because it's translating on the court. I shouldn't be talking to these men like that.
Mhm.
Let me pull them aside and speak to them in a way where they can understand, a way where they feel respected, they feel okay, I understand, you know. But definitely affected me on the court.
Okay,
Definitely.
yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
And if, like you said, if it gets to that point, maybe you just need to step away for a minute because if you're not right mentally, then the body's just following what the mind is.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. That's
you
real.
you
That's
can't
real.
you can't escape it. You can't say, okay, I'm gonna copy myself and go, you go do this, and nah, it's all in one. But
Hmm.
definitely good to know you're getting past that, got past that, and looking to do good this season because you said it runs from November until
Excuse me. So it's a 9-month season, man.
oh,
So obviously I didn't stay the full season. I stayed about 6 months last season. But it's from like November to June, July, something like that.
how many games do y'all play?
So because of COVID, they spaced certain games out a lot last season. I don't even really know how many games they play normally. But yeah, the games were spaced out a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes,
Oh,
canceled, postponed. It was kind of all over the place. But yeah, man.
okay, I see, because they probably didn't have like a bubble situation or
Hmm.
so once, and if you had outbreaks, then it's like, well, we don't got enough people to play. So
Exactly.
okay, so
Exactly.
it probably wasn't, so if under normal circumstances, it's probably like I definitely can see it being a lot better. Like you
Oh
probably had
yeah.
people who you talked to play. Like, yeah, it wasn't like that before. It's just
Exactly. It's COVID.
different now because of COVID. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Hopefully that it goes it goes better. How would you say the basketball in Spain is different from basketball here in the States?
I would say, obviously in Spain, it's a lot more team ball. So you rarely see one on one. You know what I
Mm,
mean? In America, obviously, it's more one on one. They play team ball, but it's still get a bucket, KD. We need that bucket. In Spain, it's more pass, pass, cut, screen balls, you know, and it's team ball, team ball. Seriously, so I would definitely say that. Certain rules are different. If the ball is rolling around the rim, you can
Hmm.
smack it off in
Hmm.
Spain. You know what I mean? I mean, it come with the territory, but that's a little weird because I'm like, bro, what you doing? You know? But so you know, certain things like that, I would say those guys, their footwork, pretty good. You know, I mean, me personally, I underestimated it because I'm like, I'm a gorilla. I'm coming to take your plate. These big boys hit you with that footwork. You're like, oh man, okay. And so that taught me a lot. So I began to work on my footwork like crazy, just simply because I see super slow guy footwork, basket, bucket. Wow, that's impressive. So let me take what I noticed and apply it to myself. You know, yeah.
Okay. The How does the organization go about taking care of you guys and everything dealing with that?
In terms of COVID or body,
Or just structure like because are y'all catching flights to other countries? Is it kind of like that or is it
oh
all
no,
there?
no. I would say that's more top league ACB league I was in
Oh,
is we may drive like an hour or 2 hours, 4 hours, or play locally. They come to us, et cetera, et cetera. So it wasn't like flights or anything like that. You know what I mean? But in terms of I'm not sure if you're asking how they take care of us in terms of like I guess injury or footwork or stuff like that.
yeah, I guess it's then just far as having everything set up, like they do a pretty good job of you
Oh
get
yeah.
paid and everything.
Yeah, yeah. They take
Oh,
they take care of you, man. You don't in some cases you may have questions or concerns, but my fortunately I was blessed, you know what I mean? The president, he spoke with me on a daily basis, made sure I was good, asked me questions. His biggest thing was, "Are you happy? Are you happy?" So I was definitely appreciative. If I needed anything, I could reach out to him. My teammates, I ended up getting to know their parents and stuff like that. So it was like a family for real. And yeah, man, in terms of just actually I hurt my knees. My knees were hurting and I ended up going to I think they call a physiotherapist. They took care of me, man. Gave me this deep tissue knee massage, and that was beautiful. I felt like a new man, you know. And so, yeah, man, it's pretty good, man. Overall, it was a great experience, life changing, and I'm just excited to get back to it.
okay, how's the food for you? I guess a lot of not Italian, but Spain. I don't know what kind of food they have.
Exactly. So, man, I cooked a lot, but
Okay.
I ended up trying different foods. Now, one thing that I do remember is chocos fritos, and it's, in English that means cuttlefish. And bro, don't Google what a cuttlefish is. This stuff was so good. I put some lemon juice on it. It was so good. And I Googled what a cuttlefish was and almost threw up.
Oh man.
And I was, man, it's like a squid. It's
Ah.
like a cartoon squid with ink and all that. I was hurt. I was so hurt. And I'm out there. I'm from Florida, bro. So I'm out here putting barbecue sauce on it, all type of stuff. Hot sauce. It was so good, man. And some just told me, what am I eating? So I Googled Chocos Fritos in English. That thing said cuttlefish, boy. I'm like, what's a cuttlefish? Images on Google. Man, I'm like, I know good and well. Got me eating Squidward over here, bro.
You ain't messing with it no more?
Ain't gonna lie, man. I might, a couple times if if that's where I head at. But yeah, man. So the food, overall, the food is good. They're big on wine, huge
Okay.
on wine. They have their own wine called sherry wine or something like that. It was pretty good. It was cheap. It was good. Uh, man, it was just great, man. It was amazing. Life changing. Definitely life changing.
Yeah, who would have thought you'd be playing basketball in Spain?
That's what I'm saying,
Uh,
man. And
Well,
I come from the poorest county in Florida,
hmm,
Madison County, Florida, man, and it's just not a place people hoop from, like actually go somewhere to hoop. You know what I mean? It's a few guys who make it to like Florida State, D1 colleges from Madison to play football because it's known as football, but basketball, I want to say I was the first person in 13 years to get a scholarship and probably the first person ever to go pro, maybe the second,
Wow.
because I remember when I was young, I was at a friend's house playing on a court next to his house. His name is Archie Wilson. Shout out to Archie. He's actually the person who he literally made me try out for basketball.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
wow.
He's like, man, just come try out. I was like, nah, but I was the house that everybody came to the ball because I had two goals. And I
Mm.
tried out seventh grade, I got cut, but I fell in love with it. Tried out eighth grade, made it. I was garbage, but the rest is history, you know? But yeah, this guy, old guy, I was up there shooting and he came up to me. I forgot his name. He was like, and I was young, man, probably seventh grade, the year I got cut. He was like, man, you are dynamite. I was like, what? So I'm shooting, and he said, you know, I was the first pro basketball player to ever come from Madison County. An old guy, white hair, old guy. And I mean, I'm young, I didn't care, but I never forget it. He was like, you keep practicing and you'll be dynamite. And yeah, ended up leaving. So I'll never forget that. Don't know who he was. Don't know if anybody can, figure out who that was for me. But yeah, that's where I'm from, man. And so to even make it out of that, it's just like, wow,
Hmm.
thank God. Like, wow, so I try to bring hope. I try to inspire through my life outside of basketball, with basketball, try to pick people up, meet people where they are, and just, I don't know, man, bring hope. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, definitely not wrong with that. As far as the team, is there a limit on American players on each team? Do they have that
Yeah.
there?
Yep. So when you go higher leagues, I think you only have one. It changes like every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, something like that. But so yeah, most teams is only one American per team.
Hmm.
I think the Mexico League can have like five, but you can only play two at a time or something like that. Every country is a lot different.
Okay.
hmm
I know in the NBA this season, they're going to have where they got some rule changes, and I'm glad to see them like guys unnaturally stopping after screens to get run into from the back, or it's one other move. I know Trey Young does it a lot. Um,
Yeah, I know exactly what
I
you're talking
know
about.
Harden with the grabbing your arm and going to that unnatural shooting motion. Like they're trying to get rid of anything unnatural.
hmm
Is there anything in the league you'll be in, it's going to take place like that to be?
Not that I know of, man. The only change they made was they changed the basketballs we use, and I'm thankful because
Hmm.
man, I sweat so much that ball used to just fly out of my hand. It's hard to just because it was like slippery. Everybody know that overseas ball,
Hmm.
man. But they changed it. That's the only change really, man, that I know of.
And you said, so pretty much, do people make those unnatural movements, or just kind of, and they just call
Man,
foul?
you got to think about it. These guys overseas, they look up to NBA players and stuff like that. So whatever they see them do, they gonna try to like do it, literally. So you'll have guys clench your arm, go up for a shot. It's all the same when it comes to like certain things like that. In terms of like the whole that move that what's his name, Trey Young does. I never seen nobody. I'm pretty sure it's happened, but I've never witnessed it. But yeah, man, they do it all. They do it all. Some cold killers over there now. Some cold killers. For
and
real.
and is like I know you run about 6'4", 6'5", or are there a good number of guys taller than you, or
hmm
and short is all
Well,
heights?
that goes again. Well, for me personally, the league I was in, it was quite a handful taller than me. Um, yeah, the higher you go up, you got 7 footers. Now it was one guy, he was about 6'9", something like that. But yeah, the higher you go up, now you got like close to NBA players, basically. That makes sense. Porzingis, he
Mhm.
played in the ACB in Sevilla, and I was only an hour away from Sevilla. So that's where Porzingis got picked up from, an hour away from
Oh,
where I played. He
okay.
played in the ACB. So, ACB is a top. But in terms of yeah, height, it's average, definitely average. They just got hard. They play hard. They play hard, man. Most of them want it for real. So that's how it is.
Yeah, you got to. So when you got there last season, who are you? Who was the first guy to give you the business, so to speak, or surprise you on the court? It's like, man, I can't stop this guy.
Right. I'm finna be raw, man. I'm finna be honest, dog. So I wouldn't even say the business. Well, you're talking about in terms of practice or real game?
Real game.
Okay, then yeah. Real game, I don't even know his name. I remember he was left-handed. He could shoot the ball. I want to say this dude. Me being who I am, I switched on him a lot. And this man, he was just good. And I want to say he probably had 30 something. And he was cool in the mug. And he ain't showboat. He ain't let's go. He just blick it, blick it. You know what I mean? He handled his business, man. I respected it. And I think he was probably 20, 19.
Wow.
So yeah. So humbled by it, man. He made me grow.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of well, how would I say it? That underestimating mindset. I ain't underestimating nobody. After that,
Mm.
nope, I don't care. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you realize everybody here for a reason.
you
They
feel
just
me?
it's just not pickup. This
Mm-hmm.
um
Seriously,
do younger guys than that guy, do they come play? Because like Luka Doncic, he played since he was 14, so they'll leave
right.
a lot of young guys over there.
So again, that goes with sir. I know a few younger guys that play in the top league because they about to be up top. They just like Luka. He was 16 since he was 16 and stuff. But there was a young guy. He wasn't playing. We excuse me. I practiced against him one time. We were on different teams or whatever, but he was probably 15, 16, super white hair, Spaniard. And he probably reminded me of myself, but he was so gorilla. He had it, but I don't think he knew he had it. I forgot his name was Chris. His name was Chris.
Hmm.
And I forgot where he was from. But this little kid, skinny little Spaniard guy, nothing special, not dunking, not crazy. His heart was wild. And he gave me the he was young. I'm just being real. It is what it is. I don't care. Because I'm talking noise to him and I'm papping him, hitting him in the chest, just kind of seeing what you're about. You a hooper, let's hoop. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to like. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know. It sounded like it disconnected. But I
Okay.
don't want to go over here and try to like just because you're young, I want you to know what you're getting yourself into if you decide to pursue it beyond comfort. And this man came at me. Rondo. I'm like, oh snap. Bucket walking back, looking at me like, I was like, let's go. You know what I mean? I don't know where he got that from. I don't know if he liked that or saw me doing it. I have no idea, but I loved it. And he's gonna go if he stays with it, he's going to go far. He's gonna go far. I can see it for real. But I would say in terms of game, don't remember this guy's name, but he handled business in practice. Well, that one incident, this little Chris, he handled business as well. For real.
As far as the NBA, that's going to be kicking off
Mm-hmm.
not too long. You got a couple of super teams back out there. But Brooklyn was super last year, and now
Yeah.
the Lakers are super with Westbrook. I don't consider anybody else that,
Mm-hmm.
but injuries played a big part last year, and Milwaukee rightfully got the championship. Giannis showed him what he was about. Kept Chris Paul from winning. Just how do you see the NBA season from a, I guess, preview standpoint? Just early. It's still early, very early, with the rosters the way they are now.
Right. So I would say, man, if Brooklyn stays healthy, I believe they taking it. If they stay healthy, they taking it. But obviously in basketball, just like last season, you never know. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of how I see it. That's a yeah, bro. That's a wrap. Even with Westbrook being with LeBron, I just see healthy Brooklyn, and I just see them having the best record. They could break a record this year. Honestly, you think so? How you feel about that?
Yeah, they got a chance if I doubt they go for it with the way guys want to rest and protect. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
still have to protect Durant to an extent, even though he was playing like he never had an Achilles injury.
Exactly.
I mean, dude was just didn't. I mean, usually you expect someone to lose a step. I was writing up my preview. I was like, how much of this Achilles injury how much of Durant's power, so to speak, did it take?
Right.
And dude was just as good as he had been. So, but yeah, it's going to take health. But I think that they'll be a top in the East, and they
Yep.
stay healthy. They're going to be hard to stop. I mean, Durant's toes on the line, they beat Milwaukee. I mean, if his toes
Hmm.
not on the line, they beat Milwaukee, and then they definitely going to more likely beat Atlanta.
Right.
Even though
Exactly.
even though even though Trey Young played his tail off,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's yeah, just with health. The Lakers, I don't trust Westbrook. Never really have.
I feel
But
that.
I mean, if he can be the third wheel, then that's still a dangerous squad.
Hmm.
They're gonna be tough to beat. But LeBron is old, but he's still in his prime. And then it just I think it really depends on AD's health. Anthony Davis
Yep.
he just can't stay healthy. I don't. But if he's healthy, they're definitely gonna be tough to beat. But I think if LeBron can't control Westbrook or Westbrook doesn't humble himself to who LeBron is, then they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. I don't think I put that into perspective, but I can definitely see that. Seriously.
Yeah, and I'm just curious to see this last chip fall. I'm with Ben Simmons. I mean, you can't be scared to to shoot, man. You can't have a dunk and not dunk. You're
Exactly.
6'10", and it's I mean, he says he's not going to report to training camp, uh, but they want so much for him that uh, somebody gonna have to bend, and
Hmm.
he's not. I don't think he's going to really get much better. I mean, I think he because we made a comment. They said like, "Why don't you shoot more?" And he was shoot more threes or something like that. He was like, "I make I'm doing such and such, and I make so much money." That shows where his mind is. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't. And this day this last season was coming. I mean, you you not shooting the playoffs. It was coming, and then you let it get this bad. Like what are you doing? I mean, you have to keep improving. And
Yeah.
he doesn't get it now. He wants to leave, and they want to leave. Uh,
I feel like, I feel like that's more of a pressure issue, you know. I don't know. I can't speak on him, Ben Simmons, like that. You know what I mean? Because obviously I don't know him personally, but that's just, to me that just sounds like you have the pressure of the world on your shoulders. And if you wide open to dunk and you don't dunk, that's bro, that's 150% mental. I promise you. That's you feel like a robot at this point. You know what I mean? And I believe, man, if he can overcome that mental barrier, that that call that call up, you know, because the world is calling him higher. Obviously, there's a lot of people speaking down on him, but at the end of the day, that's a call to rise up. People see that you can do more than what you're giving out, and you can be more effective for the organization that you're with. And I think if he can accept that and not view it as money, that I get paid this much. One day, you never know, bro. You might mess around and be a free agent. Can't wait to get back on, you know. So I would say if he can get past that or learn or equip himself or find the help necessary to learn to deal with that in a different way and learn to view it different, man, I believe he'll be great, honestly.
yeah, he has all the tools, but
Yeah,
it's got to be in that chest, and
that's real.
it's not looking like it's there. But I hope they go in and move him for somebody. I mean, they've been trying to link him with your boy Dame, but Dame seems like he wants to stay in Portland. What do you think Dame should do?
So that's my favorite player for people who don't know. But I feel like I understand him in a different way. I guess that's what all fans say, right? So Dame, man, he's loyal. You got to think about it. He comes from this like a mid division, you know what I'm saying, D1, and this team took a chance on him. He wasn't a high D1. Look at me, everybody want him. You got the type of player, and it's almost like y'all got my loyalty forever because y'all invested in me. You know, Y'all took a chance on me. But I think, and it's hard to kind of separate the business and the loyalty because like this is hard because that's who he is. It's not what he's doing. That's who he is. He's a loyal individual. You know what I mean? I've never met him, but I could tell you that for a fact. Just I can see how he moves. He views himself as an underdog. I'm gonna stay loyal to y'all because I'm the underdog and y'all took a chance on me. You know, so so, I don't know, bro. I'm whatever he chooses to do. I'm agreeing with him. You know what I mean? Because I fool with him. I fool with him for real. So I don't know. In your opinion, what do you think? Like, what do you think?
I think he should. Always thought that the Dame CJ thing, it was their defense was so bad that if you probably gonna have to separate yourself from McCollum. I mean, yeah, y'all been in the playoffs 8 straight years, a lot of first round exits, one conference finals, which wasn't you made it, but it wasn't a true one. It was the way the bracket lined up. And Houston and Golden State ended up playing early, but they did beat Denver in a game 7 to get there that year. But then they got swept by Golden State without Durant. Like,
Right.
but you can't keep trying the same thing over and expect. I mean, if there's no breakthrough, then this year people getting hurt left and right. I mean, y'all couldn't get past. Dude scored like what, almost 60 or more than 60. They still lost the game to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's your backcourt mate, but if you're gonna stay there, I would say trade McCollum, and I would say I always like, okay, yeah, you get Ben Simmons, he's flawed, but he helps with your defense, and you can kind of protect him with the way y'all play because you're gonna be more dominant with the ball. I mean, yeah, he
Yeah.
can make some plays too, but at least your defense gets better, and then maybe you do advance. But if he's gonna leave, then I'm like, hey, yeah, go to Philly to be a 1-2 punch. I mean, you won't necessarily have the deck stacked in your favor, but you'll still kind of be an underdog in a way. You have like a 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some other good players around there, or because I don't know where else he would go. Other places it would be too stacked. Like, okay, yeah, you go to LA, you people saying Golden State. I mean, I know that's home, but I don't know. I mean, they're stacking the deck these days, so it's almost like,
Why not?
why not? Because
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough season for him, man. I think obviously I know he's built for it, but I don't see him. I don't see him making it far in the playoffs at all. To be honest with you, what do you see? Who would you put around Dame? Who would you place around Dame to take them to the finals?
man, you would have to have somebody like I mean, I think you have trying to have an inside punch like um, a AD. I mean, you saying somebody who can be realistically moved or just hypothetical, just anybody? Because it's a few people. Yeah, the superstars.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Okay, I guess realistically, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we have to be. I'm not sure who realistically. I don't know about getting to the finals, but I feel like, I mean, you put Bill. Bill's a little bigger. You have that 1-2 punch with him and Bill. Who am I missing? That's I need somebody bigger, and I need somebody who can be deadly offensively and then give you a good amount of defense.
Right.
But be more consistent than say a Chris Middleton.
Mm.
I mean, Giannis. I mean, if they would have pulled that junk off, send him, so he probably have to leave.
Boy.
Giannis, that would work good. Jimmy Butler might work, but I don't know if that in the West is going to be tough if you put Butler out there with with Dame or like maybe if you put Tatum, but it could be I mean, it is kind of a my turn, your turn league in a way anyway.
Exactly.
So it ain't everybody saying who's gonna match up, but all we're really doing is dribble handoffs, high screen and roll, looking for a switch. Once we get the matchup we want, I'm just going to work. I'm just going to work on you.
That's real.
I mean,
That's
that's
real.
sadly what the league is now. And if I beat you, or if I draw somebody, I'm kicking the shooters.
Exactly.
That's the game. Everybody's around the perimeter. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, their defense has to get better. I mean, I know they got Larry Nance. Maybe he'll help out some, but the defense you can't be 29th in the NBA in defense.
Right. Right.
Like that's
Right.
worse than teams not even making the playoffs.
That's true, boy. Yeah, I don't know, man. But that's a must. The defense, it has to step up, has to get better. Definitely.
Mhm.
Most definitely,
Yeah,
man.
but we'll see how it shakes out. Do you have any thoughts on the name, image, and likeness stuff? I mean, guys are in college, high school, they're able to benefit from their likeness now, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's no more.
True. Yeah. I
You
mean,
can.
I love it. You know,
Mhm.
they can. But I don't know. I think I try to think outside the box. So I'm thinking, if their goal is to, some people's goal is to make it to the league, but some people's goal is to make it to the league just for the money aspect of it, so I can take care of my family and stuff. So if they can do that in college, it's almost, you know what I mean? I think like if they get that type of money in college, it's at a point now where it's kind of like I got what I need, and that's a different conversation, you know what I'm saying? But for the people who love the game, who want to like, it's just about the game itself. Yeah, I mean, but I think when it comes to the whole, I love it. They can feed their family, they can eat, they can make money off their face. I love it, man.
Yeah, I guess I can't really go against it too much. If you can make something, and because say you get hurt, I mean, at least you made something. The university just
Exactly.
didn't make a bunch of TV money off of you. You made something. You didn't make it all the way, but you
Hmm.
made something along the journey. As far as high school, I don't like it too much, but
Mm.
I mean, it is what it is. You have team, a man, people put together a bogus football team, man, and they
Right.
when they got
That's wild, bro. That's wild.
they when they got whipped and with um JUCO players, and man,
Hmm.
I was like, what? So,
That was unheard of, honestly. For real.
but that's all the questions I got, man. Just wanted to get anything else you want to say before we wrap it up.
Man, I would say for those who want to pursue anything in life, embrace the discomfort, embrace the uncomfortable stages, learn who you are, be dedicated to like learning yourself, be humble. Don't act like you got it all together because nobody does. Just learn, be willing to learn in all aspects of life because it will help you more than you can imagine. Um, Bet on yourself, take a chance, and if you struggle with something mentally, seek help. Seriously, seek help because in my case, I had to come to grips with like, bro, this is an issue. I'm eating too much all the time. Bro, it was bad. And so I could see myself like, I used to think like, man, if I keep this up, one, I'm gonna end up being obese at some point, and two, basketball, it's over with. You can't play overweight. I don't care who you are. And so, I thank God, bro, because I think it's becoming more thing talked about, but I'm a real person. I ain't talking about it because I'm gonna get paid for it or something like that. This is real. And I would say, you got one life to live, man. And you don't want to look up and with the woulda, shoulda, couldas and stuff like that. So go for your dreams. Make sure you keep it real with yourself. Put the people around you that you need, not that you want, but that you need. People gonna be honest with you, tell you the truth. That's what you need, and accept it and keep going. Don't give up. And I think honestly, man, that's what I would encourage anybody who may come across this.
Well said. And what people can find you on Instagram at 300 Breezy, right?
Yep, right down here at the bottom, if y'all can see that right here. at 300 Breezy. I try not to be on social media as much, man, just simply because I understand it in a different light. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a distraction, to be real. It's a distraction. You know, I'm not making money off social media, so you know, it's the point. But yeah, follow my journey, man, at 300 Breezy. You can always inbox me, ask me questions if I'm available. Whenever I decide to download my app, I'll respond. Um, yeah, man, that's me, man.
And that's just on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I actually do have a Facebook, but I don't even know the link and stuff because I made it in Spain, just like a fan page, really.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'll have to whoever decides to hit me up on Instagram. I mean, I guess you can find me at Chris Brown. I don't know. It says that I live in Xerez, Spain, so I don't know.
Cool. It is what it is.
All right.
Good stuff, Chris, man. Always good to catch up with you. Look forward to catching up with you again. I wish you much success and definitely train hard and get back in shape.
Most
I
definitely,
want to
man.
hear more.
Of course. Hey, Maurice, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Tell the fam I said hello. And man, I really appreciate it. Definitely.
Like same here, man. Until next time, take it easy, Chris.
Likewise, man. See you.
Peace. Well, folks, that's another edition of the All Basketball Podcast. Thank Chris Brown, overseas basketball player, for chatting with me today. In the near future, expect to hear NBA season preview, anything else basketball worthy. You can find that here on the All Basketball Podcast. This show can be found on all listening platforms and on YouTube as well. Search All Basketball Podcast. And until next time, this is Maurice Dixon signing off. Peace and be blessed in Jesus' name.